fever is just finding some fun stuff to do around the house. This is a DIY win, Carson.
Yay!
Such a good project. And if you've got, I mean, it's based on twigs. If you've got these branches and what have you in the backyard, this is something you can do.
Absolutely, and now is the time to do it. But going back, this is a DIY win. Does that mean I've had DIY not wins?
Never.
No. Good answer.
No. He never fails, ever.
So this is the time of year that a lot of people are looking outside and everything looks gray and bleak, but there's some opportunities that happen right now that don't happen any other time of the year.
Right.
First of all of the sap from all of the branches that I've collected have left the branches. So no sticky messes. These don't rot because there's no sap in them. So if you bring them inside, they will last for years.
Smart.
Okay, so no mess.
Yeah,
and literally,
that's good to know.
these are just simple branches framed out in a triptych.
Yeah.
Not complicated.
I love that, and I love the fact that you let them go all the way up. I mean, you didn't try and keep it neat and tidy because that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to let it be what it is.
Exactly. And when you think about the costs of this piece of art, $2, $2, $2, and we're done. So $6 to fill a piece of your wall.
That's amazing, and look at how dramatic that is if you want to go that big.
Absolutely. And one of the design perspectives that I love about it that a lot of the interior designers pointed out to me was you can see the paint color through it.
Yeah.
So you know when you're always having to try and find art that matches the room or matches the room color?
Yeah.
This does that because it incorporates the color of the wall already.
Right.
Okay? So
Lovely.
Very simple. Let's show people how to do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
let's.
So we're going to step over here, Tracy.
Sure.
I'm going to carry this big frame. So we're going to do something a little different with this one. And Tracy, you're gonna help me out.
Sure.
You ready for this?
How did you find the frames, first of all?
So I made this frame. Very
Okay.
complicated, 4 cuts.
Right. So super easy.
This one is super easy. If you're not handy, I'm going to show an option later that people can use that will be just as easy without cutting. Okay?
All right.
I'm going to show everybody right now the holes that I've put in the top here.
Okay, so those you drilled through.
Drilled through.
And then you've got them also in the bottom.
And on the bottom, and I'm going to lift this up so everybody can see. On the bottom, I did partial.
Right.
Okay, so what happens with this is the branch is going to slide through the hole and sit in the holder.
Right.
Not a complicated piece. So Tracy, why don't you start building it?
Sure.
Now we're going to see who has a DIY fail.
So easy.
Yep.
Okay, so we put it all the way through.
Put it through and keep going.
So you really want to make sure that you've got sturdy branches that are long enough to go all the way through, or you maybe want to do this on a different, you won't want to do the vertical, you want to do the horizontal.
You can do it on a horizontal, absolutely. But you just keep going. Now again, I got lucky because these are suckers that I've pruned from my trees.
Right.
Now I want to point out.
They're so perfect.
I want to, well, because I'm a little OCD when it comes to pruning.
Just a little bit.
This is the time of year you also want to be pruning your trees. You
Right.
can keep going, just keep going.
Yep.
The sap is out of the branches, as I mentioned, but it's also the least detrimental time.
Okay.
So in nature, trees lose branches in the wintertime.
Right.
Heavy snow load, ice load. So evolution has actually created a process for the tree that it will naturally seal the wound.
Okay.
So you don't have to paint it. You know, we used to paint them black and we used to stain them to protect them.
Right.
You don't have to do that anymore. So what you see here is the
these are
leftovers
perfectly good.
of literally
You don't have to do
from my
anything.
fall pruning. Yeah.
That's really good.
That's simple. So now
I
I'm
like
just going to
that.
set it up on the wall here. I'm going to move it over.
So
move
you
it
can
back,
see sort
so
of the
can see
difference
what
when
we
you
did.
put it in front of a paint color there. Yeah, that's
Tracy
lovely.
didn't line it up very well.
That was your job. My job was
That
just
was
to
my
get
job?
it through the
Okay.
first one.
Of course, the one. So there you get an idea. So
Yeah.
all I've done is basically created a wood frame with twigs in it. But dramatically,
beautiful.
you can play with this. Now,
Yeah,
if you
love
want
it.
to take it to the next level, paint these. Paint them black. Do a little silver dip on the bottom half. There are stumps and elements in expensive stores right now selling for $7,000, and they're just stumps with a silver dip.
So I say dip yours in silver and sell it for $7,000.
Well, as long as you're just saying dip the twigs and not the person.
No, just
so I want
the
to show you
twigs.
one more.
Okay,
So
let's.
this will be
The
fun.
person that doesn't want to build the big frame, then.
So these are just simple IKEA frames, okay?
Yeah.
And what's fantastic is they're already pre-built and very inexpensive, and you have your perfect shape already.
Right.
Okay, so the exact same principle I did there with the triptych, 3, you can do with these simple little frames. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay them out on the table. Okay, I'm gonna flip this one over here too, just so you get an idea. And then you're gonna take a branch. Now I went with this
you go.
one. You'll notice there's that one there too. That's the one you don't want to use.
This one, I'm guessing you don't want to use it just because it's way too thick.
Well, I'm going to show you why.
Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
the thick is a big part of it. So you're going to lay your branch down, you're
Yeah.
going to put all of your frames in, and then you're going to just start cutting. So
Okay.
it's literally, you're cutting the shape of the frame with the branches.
So you know what's going to fit within
So you know
that.
what fits within. So you just tuck it right in, and you're just going to wedge it in. You can do the little screws, you can do the glue gun, you can build the shape. But you make sure that the branch is already laid out so you don't lose track of where you are.
So you don't have to put holes through it or anything like
not
that.
at
You
all.
can just tuck it in. That's
Tuck it in,
smart.
and then you do the next one so that it looks like it carries right on. And you keep
Right.
going. But you add the little gap, or if you're finding that the branch is getting too big and
Yeah.
it's sticking out all over the place,
Right.
that section that's missing, just actually remove it from the branch.
Okay.
So that piece never really happened, right?
Got it.
So then we just keep going.
You were never there.
It was never there, but you just keep going. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the architectural shape of the branch,
Yes.
and you're going to replicate it in little moments on the wall. So it's almost like still life. Well, it is still life.
It
in
is.
essence.
It totally is.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous project.
Extremely inexpensive as
Yes.
well. But there are some watch outs.
Okay, so what should we watch
and
out
this
for?
This is the part that I always love to share with people when I DIY fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I went
Fail
out.
is such a harsh word. But I mean, you're
Yeah.
doing the testing for us, and then you're
Yes.
bringing it here so that we do things the easy way.
Well, I'm showing people
right?
how they can legitimately do it.
Totally.
The first time I did it, I took my chainsaw out, I cut a big branch, I laid it down and went, oh. Like it was so big that there's
way
just
too
no
big.
way. Yeah. So scale is really important. You have
Right.
to understand the size of your wall that you're trying to fill.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to use a branch like this, which is very three-dimensional, because
Right.
it's not
Oh,
flat,
right.
you have to remember these are going to stick out of the frames.
Yeah.
Some people love that look, and it's okay
Yeah.
if that's what you like. But you have to be aware of that before you start cutting. Okay?
Makes sense.
Also, if you can use branches that are from fallen trees.
Better.
Or already on the ground and that have the great shape. Yeah, it is better for the environment, for everything involved. Because essence, or you're cutting a living limb, although it's dormant at the moment, it doesn't hurt the tree, but you're no longer going to have something that's going to go into leaf, and you're not going to enjoy it anywhere past the stage that it is right now.
Right.
All right?
Really
So
good tips.
simple, thank you. Anybody can do it. Just really enjoy the space and,
Yeah.
and have some fun with it.
I have a feeling people will want to try this one, and if you do, send it in to us. You can put it on our Facebook page, you can tweet it to us, hashtag it MyCityLine, because really CityLine belongs to you.